Right.
All right, take it away, Aaron.
Am I doing it
Oh,
today
who
or
is?
what?
Well,
Anyone
I
can
mean,
do it,
here,
Ryan.
I was on the last call, and Lukman, we pointed him to the marketing Git issue. So do you want to? Let's see. I didn't really come prepared to host.
I can share. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, yeah. If you could bring up the
I can run
marketing
it.
Git issue for the
Fine.
release.
You just kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, ditto.
The not the announcement bug, but the release. There we go.
Yeah.
Where we at?
Okay. So he was going to basically, shepherd these issues, and I did tell him that he didn't have to execute on all these issues, but he did have to kind of push them along.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just gonna have to probably divvy up among the folks here, because he's unable to make the call. And well, first of all, um, Wednesday the 21st is when balloting ends. So we had announced, well, we had said Thursday the 22nd is the release date.
That's a bad
Do
day.
we,
That is a bad day for
well,
releases.
that was my next question is, do we want to push it to Tuesday of next week?
That's
I'm not
better.
here. I'm not here, just so you know.
Mhm.
For all those website changes and things. May I ask why a Thursday is a bad day?
Usually because everyone
Friday
is,
bad days.
yeah, but can you go, Ryan, can you go to the minutes? I think Ludman created some issues and he has done some work on this.
Hold on.
Because I
Of
went
course,
through the
Zoom is
minutes
in the way.
and I
There
went
we
to the
go.
Git issues. So there are the releases. If you see Ludman leading marketing, there is an issue that you created there below.
Sorry, what's the issue called?
There is Ludman leading marketing. So then we have the marketing plan. I think he created a few tickets. Do you see that?
No, I don't see. I don't know what you're talking about.
Under MP7 release, we
Yeah.
have the old tickets, right? Git issue that, but then below it, you can see the Ludman created a few tickets. Marketing plan. Can we click on that
Oh,
one?
marketing plan. Oh yeah, sure. It's the
Okay.
same exactly the one I had up.
Okay, so then let's go back because I saw activity from Ludman and the issues.
Well, I can check this one. It's
Why is it all repeated?
they're all the same link.
We need to delete if they are the same, just delete. This was from before.
Yeah, this before this the review though. This doesn't really apply.
It does apply because it's technical and we can see the progress.
Well, I mean to our topic right now.
Yeah. Okay, so then John, you said 2 weeks ago you spoke with Ludman and he agreed to do to lead.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. But he's not here, and it doesn't seem he has done any of that.
Yeah.
So, as John said, we need to split up. I suggest we still push it on Thursday if, like, technically wise, it's ready. Because, like I said, I'm gone all next week, and I will be the one making the changes on the website and
Yeah.
updating the links and doing all these things. So when it's all done technically, it's fine, but then it all switches to me, and then we should do it. Friday, I would say, yeah, of course, is not a good time, but a Thursday, I think, is still a perfectly good time to do a release.
Yeah, if
Given
Ludman
that you're on
Yeah, I agree.
PTO, I'm
I think
okay with
it's
doing
it's
Thursday.
better.
Okay, so
Yeah, me too.
yeah, if Ludman is not doing the release, then that is absolutely okay.
Okay, so we're still on for Wednesday, it like kind of closes that we're doing it, and then Thursday is supposed to be a launch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
preparing on Wednesday, putting everything live on Thursday, and all the social media goes out on a Thursday.
Do we
And the one
have
thing I need to look at is the Eclipse Foundation, the EMO, right, still has to sign off on everything. And I think that might be this upcoming Wednesday.
Yeah, they do that.
Last I looked, they didn't sign off, so I can never remember if it's the first and third or second and fourth. So I think this Wednesday is their sign off day. So assuming all the specs get signed off on, we should be okay.
Okay, and if they don't, it's postponed till,
Then we'll have to postpone it until the following week.
Not the following week, it will
Oh,
be
following 2 weeks.
September 2nd.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it will take me, it doesn't take me too long if I have the right information to do all the updates and schedule things. If it gets thrown off, I will just spend the morning with a coffee doing it for us. It's okay. I rather just, if we can, not do that.
I prefer, Ryan, let me interject here. I prefer the vacations are not disturbed under any circumstances. And this is just PR and the 101. And also, we are trying to get others on board on releases so that there is more iterations by others. So,
Well, then we need to onboard people for how to actually work with WordPress and Hootsuite and these things. So
correct.
That's
That was the plan.
well,
The-
but no,
the
I
other-
haven't met I haven't met anyone that who's even brought the topic up about let's talk about Hootsuite or how the website's updated. So
Yes, so I agree. I think that's a bigger problem. For this release, Ryan, the other thing is let's go with the plan, get the Thursday release.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, I will tag Eclipse Foundation, just let them know we plan to release on Thursday so that they can carry out all the necessary checks and etc. The
Well,
other thing is that you somehow.
Paul did ask in the last call, and I told him the 22nd.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
If somehow I think is the kind of couldn't do the click the button on Thursday, the other alternative is so Ryan, you get all the things updated, but do not publish. If you go,
well, that's the problem. You can't save it as a
If you-
draft. You can't save it
Yeah.
as a draft unless I duplicate the page,
yeah,
save it as a draft, and then we change the URL and roll it over. Like if you guys understand what I'm saying when it comes to
Very
WordPress.
complicated. Yeah.
It's not so complicated if you know WordPress, but if you don't know WordPress, then it's complicated.
Yeah.
I think this is all a moot point, to be honest. If they don't approve, then we got to fix whatever the issues are.
That's going to take
So,
time anyways, right?
It's going to be 2 weeks anyway, and you'll be back.
Correct.
probably?
Okay, yeah, and I'm back. I'm back
Yeah.
in just 1 week on.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
Okay.
No problem.
Let's
So I'll be planning for Wednesday to be preparing stuff and Thursday launching, watching the tickets and you know,
Mhm.
requesting information I'm missing and doing the normal like preparation that we always do. And then if something hiccups, we just pause it and nothing's lost. It's just kind of waiting. That's all.
Can I go in here?
Yeah.
Can we create tickets for the presentation, one for the blog? And I'm happy to help, with review of those documents, because those are the kind of documents that are missing. We need the presentation, we need the blog for the review. We need information, well, compatible implementation page can be updated with all that information, correct? So
Well, we need a new compatible implementation.
yeah,
page.
so Ryan.
So what
so-
will be compatible in the beginning? So if let's keep it simple. We need a ticket for a new compatible
Correct.
page for 7.0. But also in that ticket, I would love to have the information needed for whatever is compatible
Mm-hmm.
at that time, which
Correct.
is normally just
Yeah.
what is it? It's normally just
So,
it's
so
Emily.
Ryan, if you go
Open
back, let's not complicate things. That's the whole point for this template. So this all in this checklist. We just walk through the checklist to have everything tick. As you can
Yeah,
see,
but each
the like,
checklist is a ticket almost. I'm not all of them. I have to read them all, but a couple of them are like
Correct.
its own ticket. So
We need
just
3
to recap
tickets.
what Amelia was saying, which I think is really good. We need a ticket for just to confirm and have the link that the 7.0 presentation's done. A ticket for the blog release for 7.0. And then we also need a compatible page 7.0 ticket. So I'll
Correct.
make all three of these and I'll make all three so that we have the information. And then I will do, because you know the checklist is good, but like a couple of them are actually like you need to talk about it and you don't want to talk about it in one ticket. And I'll also make a website 7.0 updates. And then I will list off all the things that need to be updated so we know that this information, we have it and it's organized.
Yeah.
Does that make sense for everyone? It's pretty much 4 things. In the blog release, I'll put there that needs the social media image. Or not
Correct.
image, message.
The message. Yeah. Is that
so how do we track it? Because here we just say basically the third bullet point, third checklist, create a presentation and store on there.
So
So
I'll edit this checklist. Can I edit this checklist?
yeah, you can.
Cool. So the tickets I make that correspond with the checklist, the parts of the checklist, I will add the ticket underneath it or the link there.
That's
okay.
great.
So that
that's
you know before you can check this off,
mhm.
you know that ticket needs to be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is
does that sound good?
Yeah, so sounds good. And then if like this is the kind of the improved way, if this works well out well, and then we can update the template to
Yeah,
say insert the link issue here. Okay, so
Yeah, I
we
so
have
think
done this
it's gonna be
before.
just a step forward of like kind of perfecting the process.
Yeah. But guys, we have done this before. It's only that MP6, MP5 is the one release that we did a really good job on tracking. But then MP6 we dropped doing it this way, and MP6.1 doesn't count. So now going back to what worked in MP5 is important. And I'm glad to see that the reception is okay. Who is going to do the blog?
But also, like, you know, not to make a negative tone on it, but we got to remember how often do we actually do it? So, like,
Once a
you kind of
year.
forget about it. You kind of forget
Exactly.
about the process. So,
Exactly.
but doing these little steps with this process with the checklist, I think, yeah, next time it will be even better. So we're chipping away. We're going in the right direction.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Okay, so who is going to do utilize the template for review and work on that one? Because I don't see Emerson. I thought that he would help on this as well, but so this launch.
You're referring to the blog post?
Yeah, John, Emily, do you want to like? We can have as many reviewers on that one. I would like to review in the grammatical sense. We have the template, so.
yeah, I can work with John to get started. I think I did the 6.1, and then I can draft something out, and then John can.
Okay.
So depending on whether you have time today, John, I won't be able to spend any time today. If you have any free cycles, you can get started.
So yeah, I'll look at that and the presentation.
Okay.
Perfect.
And for the presentation, what I'll do is I'll edit the current slide deck. Oh, sorry, I meant just give me a second to mentally think about this. I was thinking about editing the current slide deck in place. So you don't have to change the link.
But then you can't refer back.
Yeah.
No, well, what I was going to do is make a copy, say the current one is 6.1, and then update 6.1 to 7.0, so you don't have to change the link in the website. Or I can create a 7.0 and you can just update the website.
Let me explain something.
Okay, if you work on the On the deck, I will work on the post,
Okay.
John, and then we
So-
will just review each other's work.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? Just keep it simple. I'll just update. I'll just create a new 7.0 deck, and you can just
Yeah, that'd
update
be
the
better.
page.
'Cause it's
Okay.
not like
Okay.
it's a structured, I wanna check the URL on it. It's not, it's, yeah, it would be better to just create a new one.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
so Ryan, what is it? John is going to work on the slides, Emily is going to work on the blog. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah. In fact, why don't we do the following? Since you're currently sharing, you want to edit that and just append our names and brackets at the end of each, or at the beginning of each issue, or parentheses. Or,
Yeah.
or-
And
and just,
Ryan,
just put down our names, just so we
Mhm.
remember who to go to.
yeah, and Ryan, I will be the reviewer of both documents. There's always a need for review, so I will review both documents. So then in the tickets, when you create them, Ryan, thanks so much for doing that.
no
Add the three of us.
It says technical person, so I'm gonna put sorry, that when I put it in this format, my eyes go insane.
Yeah,
Which, am I on the right one for the presentation?
yes, that would be
Yes,
John.
okay, this would be John.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, John, there we go. Do you want me to, like, can I do
That's
that?
fine.
Yeah, that's how
Okay,
you do it.
perfect.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yep. Do that. I'll do
Uh,
the slide deck as well. So
Yep.
use my name there.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I'm just gonna like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man,
So
my eyes just went crazy with this. It was
Yeah,
all
that's not the best.
formatted, then now I'm suddenly like, oh. Blog post. Emily, can I put you in this?
yes. And then Ryan, can I add me just to the tickets for review? Just
Yeah,
add
when
the
I
three.
create all the tickets, I'll add you as a reviewer for them.
Yeah, just reviewer. And then Mhm.
Announcement design, that's me. That's
Mhm,
fine. Homepage, yeah, it's fine.
mhm. Social
Just-
media, the
it's just-
forum. Yeah, we have a few topics here, but I think this helps us move forward.
Okay, so well, I'm gonna eat some dinner and then I will make, just to recap, well, we have the presentation one already. Do we have a ticket for it? No, we don't.
No,
So I'll make us a 7.0 presentation, 7.0 blog release, a 7.0, what is it called? I'm having a brain fart right now.
well, the
So the compatible
Yes.
page,
mhm.
and then a website update ticket. So it's only 4 for the release.
For the compatible, add Emily to it because I imagine it's going to be IBM's product.
I will, yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
And then the website, which I will just like kind of list off all the places and information we need, like, Emily, like we dealt with in the past, this, and other pages. So, yeah, not a problem. Like I said, we've done it many times. It's
Yeah.
just about organizing it, that's all.
Yeah, and for MP5, I remember correctly, you created one ticket for compatible, and in it you added the design for the media, design for the blog card, and you added because we have a template also for what goes into the media and it's automatic. So you used this compatible for media, for everything else. So you can do that again because MP5 you kept it just very simple.
Well, I mean, but this is a website update, and then for the compatible for media and stuff, it would be more like, oh, who's compatible now? Like it's a
Yeah.
separate, like I did today for Healing on 4, yeah.
Yeah, you can create a social media ticket as well because there's so much.
Actually, not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Honestly.
do whatever works on that side. Are we happy with this?
yeah, sounds good.
Amelia, or not Amelia, Emily, I'll write you about compatible for 7.0 because we can, I'm guessing it is IPM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Open
so
Liberty.
we need to do a whole nother post with this, so I'll make a ticket so we can just do that together and get that out a little bit later. So, we have the release and then we can do the announcing compatible with it and then, so it's not all at once.
Yeah, fine. So if you want to get together with me in the morning, and then we can do that as well. So just get it done.
Sure, I'm around. Just send me an invite.
Okay.
I
So
have-
when do you think we should get that done then? Which
I'd say-
morning?
I'd say,
Maybe Friday morning?
yeah, Friday morning is great for me.
Okay, we'll talk with you on Slack and send you an invite.
Perfect. That'd be great. Thank you.
Thanks.
And for 7.1, just for my just prepare, how is this changing? Do I need anything? Is it gonna reformat in any way, or is it gonna follow the same standards?
So we will similar standard. We will remove the 10 core profile, maybe make it outside, and then metrics will go.
Oh, I remember the metrics. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the rest will stay, but the different, basically the telemetry, open API, REST client, and fault tolerance will be as a change. And
Okay.
then JWT authentication health config will stay the same.
Is it a good idea for this change? Is it a good idea to know the metrics has been removed on this blog?
Yeah, we will call it out. Yeah, we will
Mhm.
call the metric. We'll call out E10 core profile as well. So
Correct. Okay, good.
core profile. So this is two substantial changes.
Yeah, so good. I look forward to the review because there are some changes that, like Ryan, good question on that one. Totally forgot about metrics. Okay, so 10:30, we did it one topic. Uh-huh.
I do have a couple questions on issues. John, will you take a look at this for me, please? I wrote back about it. Ed and you guys you kind of missed it. If you could just reply in the ticket today, that would be great. I updated the link, but well, we can just talk about it, honestly. They're saying the link was broken for implementation certification process.
Oh,
And I'm just kind of curious why it's broken or like what.
well, it looks like it points off to the wiki, right? And that whole thing is
Well, on our
completely
website it
deprecated.
does now because I just put the link there to just be better than a 404.
Right. Well, I'll look at it. It just needs, my guess is it just needs to point to the wiki on GitHub.
Okay, and right
If
now,
I read this correctly.
well, sorry.
Go to the compatible page and then click.
Sorry, I'm just getting lost there. There we are. Yeah, the compatible page. I forgot which page. Yeah, this
To
here.
the top.
I already put it to this.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Is
That's-
that fine? I figured this was more scalable than a.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
that's a red link.
That's
That's
the
a
right link.
yeah.
Okay, just wanted to check, so I'll close it. One more. Let me just, yeah. And yeah, this is for you, John. You said that Git issue for REST client
Oh.
specification is missing, but it's there. Yeah, I think you just
Oh, okay.
missed it.
Yeah, that was what's his name? James Perkins pinged me on it. He couldn't find it. And also make sure that everyone has permissions. What's the permissions on those pages?
I already did. I saw that.
Oh,
So I went back
okay.
to all the docs and gave like full permission to all the docs.
All right, double thumbs up. Cool.
Yeah, cool. All right, so I'm gonna just close this little guy.
Ryan, you're using the drive, the MicroProfile drive for this, right?
Yep, it's all there. Organized in
Mm-hmm.
proper folder. I can't tell you right now which folder it is, but the proper folder.
And the draft that we review, that you created in our review, is that helpful?
Are you asking me?
Yes, this is one of the things that I wanted to ask if we can move to the specification, because we have moved to a specifications page. You created a draft for getting the information. I reviewed it. I thought it was fantastic. And I want to know, is that helpful to others that have used it? Like,
Oh, I was about to say, I
yeah,
would like to know that also, because it's not helpful for me unless someone uses it.
correct. So this is what I want to know. Is that helpful? Emily, John, I know you guys are the ones
How
getting
much
it.
we're talking about? We're talking about these. Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole outline.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
John-
haven't,
I
I
had to
haven't
explain to
s-
James that the template page, he just fills it out and then we'll take, or James will take that. Or sorry, Ryan will take that and create a page out of it. So
Yeah.
he was a little bit curious about the process, and I just said just fill out the content in the Google Doc.
And here's an example to show the structure and kind of how it's working, and go from there, I don't know how to make it any more straightforward.
It's
for-
straightforward.
It is pretty
It was on the technical call where he asked the question, and I kind of filled him in. So we'll just have to keep bringing it up on the technical calls. I did request that people go back to their spec teams and get volunteers to update the pages. So
Can we, is it a good idea, John and Emily, to send a message to the community forum and send the document with, a copy paste or, like a marketing? We can, every ticket has a product that says releases, and we can just send the link to the releases and say, this is the how, please follow this information. And that would help, because not many people are attending the technical calls. And if you are only using that information, it's just not what we do, communicating. It's just, right? So my recommendation is, let's assign all the tickets to release. Like I went today and I didn't assign them, but I noticed that, can you go back to one of the tickets?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so the main ticket, this one, well, this
You
one
mean
is,
the doc-
this one doesn't have, like, the ticket of Jakarta didn't have release, right? Sorry, Ryan, can you go back to the Jakarta ticket?
Sorry about that.
This one. So it should be labels. And labels, it should be assigned as a release. And then when we click releases, we can just use one. We can use, like, I'm talking about this for John, I imagine. Assign it to assign this ticket to releases. And then when John's or Emily send a message to the community, it just says releases, like the issues under releases. And then everyone can see all the tickets that are under release. And they can go in there.
But this isn't about the release, is it? It's about
No, I'm talking about this here says labels. Can you click on labels? I will teach you this. Go to
Sure.
labels and let's assign it under compatible implementation. These ones are compatible
That
implementation.
makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So we just need to assign it to something. We group them together and we use one link. So if we're going to use compatible implementation, that's fine. I don't even care what we do, just use something. And then when you click that, all the tickets that are under the area, they need to be assigned to it. We create just one link, right? That would be my recommendation. And we send that message today or tomorrow so that we can move this forward. It will be sad that this continues to be awaiting information for another 3 months. And that can happen. And we cannot have that. We need to push it hard to get it done.
so this we probably call spec pages, not
Not compatible implementations.
Yeah. So then let's create a label, because I don't think we have it yet. We didn't have this project before. So Emily, do you want to create a label?
I mean, I can.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can create a new label. Just
create maybe
What was it?
spec pages.
but do write it completely. Don't abbreviate. Write it completely.
Specification pages. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
That's perfect. So we add, I added all the tickets to the minutes today. For the Jakarta specification page, do we need to create a page or we just add the link? I think I follow this.
Yeah, we don't need to create a page for Jakarta.
Correct. So then let's do, for that page, Ryan, that page on Jakarta can be completed
All right.
this week.
Okay.
Yeah, can be completed this week. Emily, can you provide the page if it's not already added to the ticket?
Provide
Please?
a link to the page. Do you
Yeah,
mean?
so Ryan can do that in finalize that and close this ticket and be like done.
Yeah.
This is great.
Okay, well, I'll update these. That's not a
Yeah.
problem. I don't think people need to watch me do it.
It's,
Because I can't ever find it right now.
it's at the end.
I should have just picked the color so I knew.
Red. So definitely do that so then it will allow for, who will send the email to the community call with a new link for this?
You mean community call or the
Community forum.
or the live hangout or the technical call?
No, we're talking about removing ourselves from just talking and asking on those calls. My recommendation is to use the forum. We can use the community and working group forum, both, and say,
You mean the Google group?
correct. And I'm saying add the Google group and the working group emails and say, we are working, we're finalizing the specification pages for each of the active APIs or whatever you want to call it, specification pages. And this is a link. If you're active working on any of the projects, please provide the information needed. And Ryan did a really good job in each ticket. Each ticket has the Google document and it just tells anyone. I review the document. Sorry, it's my alarm. I review the document and anyone that reads English can understand. Emily, can you provide a link into the Jakarta ticket, please? Jakarta EE specification page.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I know.
that link.
Yeah, so do you understand my feedback?
I
We
still
need to
think you have to bring it up again on the specification calls or the community
Tech-
call to get people to do it. But at least every time you bring it up, you can push them towards this tag where they can find it instead of being like a specific tag toward them.
Correct. And ideally it goes into the forum. I will continue to say this, that sometimes we only use those calls to communicate what needs to be done. And we used to be better at communicating via the community mailing list. And for some reason we have stopped, especially in the technical side. And it does make me sad, especially when I'm taking vacation and I come back and I'm like, what happened? What is happening in the technical side with the release? What's happening? And I will continue to complain and state that I think we need to do better in the technical side, communicating what is happening on the forums.
Yeah. So Ryan, are you happy to send an email to the Google group and the working group?
I rather not because I'm making 6 tickets and
Okay.
doing all that. So if someone could send an email, that would be very, and lots of times, honestly, coming from someone like you, someone might read it,
Okay.
send me.
I will do it. I will do it.
Okay, thank you very much.
I just yeah.
Perfect.
Ryan, there is a ticket that I think is completed here. I checked it. Can you go back? You were just there. So we're talking about below all the specifications, go down. Website menu restructure, that is completed. We already decided, so you can close it and add it to the minutes.
But I thought we were gonna, is this the latest one we discussed?
We were going to move, we will move projects and the resources in a specification. This is completed. We haven't applied it yet, but I am saying, can you apply it because Jakarta EE doesn't
Well,
need
it's
a
not
page.
complete if I haven't applied it yet.
Yeah, Jakarta EE can be completed. And we said that we will use that space. So it will just be a link. And the restructure is a drop down or a page. How are we, the part that I wanted to know on this is, we are going to create a page for all of them, or it's going to be a tab with the list? Itemized specifications.
For the specification pages?
Correct.
Well, because according to this, yeah, it's gonna be, we're gonna have specification on
Mhm.
as a headline, then we're gonna restructure this, and then we're gonna have, yeah, a drop down for each one.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
And then
drop
we
down.
have also a page that has the whole list.
Yes. So.
Yep, that's
so we-
already started. I'm just waiting for the content for that, and then when I have the content for all the pages, I can create that home page that, you know, that has everything on it.
Mhm. So for the compatible, we use a drop down and we do have a landing page. Do you see?
Yeah, it will have both. yeah.
Yes. So,
They're already created.
mhm.
But I don't want to close this until we actually restructure the menu.
Okay, can you start a restructure just with Jakarta EE or no? Jakarta
What do you
EE has all the
It's just
information.
Jakarta EE.
Jakarta EE specification has all the information you need in the ticket. We will not create, we has just a link.
Yeah, but I'm not going to make a specification tab with only Jakarta EE on it.
You want to,
We got to have all of them, or it'll just feel very not correct.
yeah, so this is one of my concerns and why I wanted to talk about what I wanted to talk about this topic. My recommendation is that we already create the specifications tab and start publishing whatever is available. The idea that we need to wait until all the specifications are completed is erroneous and is counterproductive. We will never get it done if we expected to have it all completed and then pushed. We should be doing a soft push. It means the changes are happening and we're feeding the website with the information we have. This will enable other microprofilers that are inactive to provide the information they have instead of just Emily and John providing that information, right? And this is my recommendation.
I disagree. Like just to throw, because we have Jakarta EE doesn't need information and we're just putting it up there while the other ones still haven't had time or haven't noticed, or maybe just communication, or I don't know, whatever the issue is, and they're not there. It just, I think if someone comes to the microprofile and they see specifications and there's just nothing there, it hurts more than just waiting till they're all up.
I disagree. John,
Everyone
Emily, Majid.
When?
So it's so Ryan, you are saying we can do is whenever we can push whenever there's a page available, right?
No, well, Amelia's saying we should just immediately put up just the specifications tab and have only Jakarta there because it's the only one ready. I'm saying we need to wait, if not all, I think all, yeah, is maybe unrealistic, but at least till there's a few. And but at the same time, if there's only a few, but there's still more specifications, it's not representing MicroProfile specs the right way unless we have all of it or none of it.
Because it'll look incomplete when people click on
It'll
links.
look incomplete. Yeah.
However, that's kind of I share both of your concern and media concern. However, I think probably is that we won't push this only when Jakarta only just one. I would push probably let's at least get
We can say 50% of them.
Okay, I will be happy if we agree on a percentage.
Yeah, so
or a number.
I will say actually the reason I'm talking about this, I will say if we have like a couple MicroProfile pages up, so that this will encourage others to follow. Otherwise, people are watching. Yeah,
And if it doesn't, it just looks
why should
incomplete
I?
per month.
Correct, but
Yeah,
Emily
so
nailed-
we track it. we track it and basically the check in and yeah, get them done. The other thing is kind of let's make this a priority for the MicroProfile 7. So all the basically updated MicroProfile ones need to have this one. For at least like 7 of them, no, 5 of them should 4 of them should have each.
Okay, so Emily, I love this. So we're saying the 4 of them, can we say that the date will be September, the first week of September, we start the work. I think we can have something done until that week. John, Majid, you have been quiet. What do you think about it? Because I don't believe we need the entire thing. Maybe 3 of the specifications are enough.
I mean,
I
I'd
will
say at least
4.
50%, yeah.
I will say 4.
And then do we
because
want to have pages that, do we want to still list the other ones and say coming soon? But at the same time, there are already specifications. So like, that's the confusion. Someone's going to go in there and go, but is it a specification or is it not a specification?
We don't mention the other ones. There is no mention until they come out.
Well, it's going to be because it's going to be here also.
Yes, but we're talking
So
about.
we're suddenly going to remove this section because
We're not talking about any other section in IO. We're only talking about the specification group.
I know, but this is, are you looking at the
Yeah.
screen, Amelia?
yeah.
Yes.
This
So
is the specifications section. So if we're only listing a few of them, we're not going to mention any of the other ones anymore. Then suddenly what happens when they're able to click 50% of these, but the other ones don't click?
It's fine. We just they can write a ticket if they want to. Being frustrated creates gold, and that is what we want.
But this is not about, this is not the people, this is not about the normal people working on it. This is about people trying to learn about MicroProfile, and it's giving a bad representation when no one's going to write a ticket when it's someone new coming in. Like you were trying to attract new people and new things. And this process is like, okay, everyone already knows. It's
Hold
like
on.
people already working with MicroProfile.
how about this? So basically the 4 new changes, let's track to get this page created. For that 3 like unchanged ones. So if we couldn't like say the first week of September, if there's no page available, the link still link to the like basically release page, the old release page, as a kind of the we will say as
And
the
what about
once
Jakarta?
page.
But then Jakarta for the older one, so that's not going to be in there, and Matrix just won't
So metrics won't be there.
found.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't. But it's going to be removed. From this one. So
Yeah, it will be removed. So basically, as I say, it's just a telemetry, open API, REST client, and fault tolerance. So it track to have that 4 pages done, like for the in time for the first week September. For config, JWT authentication, and health. So hopefully we also get them done. If not, they will just like use the existing link. Is it just a link to that kind of GitHub release that page?
quick question. What is the problem about getting these specs, people working on these specs, to fill in a tiny bit of information about these specs?
Just a
Be
time.
able to create the page. Like,
Yeah.
what's the issue? Is it communication, or is it just no one's there, or no one wants to? Because they have the information if the spec exists. All
I
of
think
it's
Just
there.
getting
I
on
think
their
this
priority list, I
yeah
think.
priority. Sorry.
I mean, do they want to see MicroProfile keep pushing forward? I mean, this is like I would say a priority because it's promoting their specification.
It will only be a priority once they see the website incomplete. Human beings are this way. We have so much.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah, human beings. This is why I wanted to talk about this topic, and I am extremely I'm flexible about us waiting for everything to be done to complete. We said we have agreed to 4 specs to be live. Sure. John, are you okay with 4? I would be 3, but I can be overruled.
You know, I'm kind of with Ryan in that I'd wish it would all be done before we posted it,
But it will never be the case. We will never
Well, I
prioritize.
mean, it's not that big of a ask. If you want to, do we have an email for a couple of the people in each spec? I'll hunt them down. Like I just don't know who to reach out to
You can
bug.
join the calls. Ryan, if you want the calls are in that in the calendar, you can join the calls and be
Oh, you
like,
mean their actual spec calls?
correct. You can join the
That's
call.
interesting. I'll harass the shit out of them there.
Yeah, well, this is recorded. This is recorded. But John, I don't know.
I will have a very healthy conversation with them on those calls.
They are in Europe.
Yeah, not all spec have course.
Oh.
Only only a few of them.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
so
I'll check the
Health is-
calendar and I'll join them. Yeah, okay.
this is great. Add into the minutes what you're going to do. John, you were cut because we have used all the air. Please speak. You have the room.
I thought I already spoke.
Yeah.
Say that you are with
You did a
Ryan.
great job speaking.
Yeah.
Majid, do you have any thoughts about this work?
Well, I try to understand what happened, but I think if we can show a lot of things and information to user, they can use better and understand that. So I think graph and other things can make sense or get other things, but I want to understand what happened on it.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Ryan, you are writing content that is on their website. Specification pages
Okay,
is on the website. Mhm. Majid, I know it's a lot. It is an old topic. So what we're trying to do is create a new tab under the website, and it will be every specification will have its own page and explanation. And if you check the minutes, you can click on the main page and see the document that was nicely created. And I think that will help you understand the goal so that you can provide your feedback and the tickets, right?
Yes.
It's a lot. We spoke a lot and it was very messy. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was speaking quite quickly.
Okay, so are we good?
Yes, it's great, and I think we should change the icon because I think Jakarta Core is under the library of MicroProfile, and it's MicroProfile library is top of them. So the page is very great for every library and spec. I agree with that. But I think it's great. It's more information, and the goal is completely completely show to user, and if I want to understand the goal, I can use this page.
Yes, that's the goal. All right. John, Emily, Ryan, anything else?
The only other, you mean topics or on this topic?
On this topic?
No,
Okay, you do have another topic for 3 minutes?
just very briefly. So regarding Tarun and the tutorial,
Oh, yes.
Paul was going to talk to Clark, but I had him hold off until Emily maybe had a chance to talk to Tarun again. Because if I remember correctly, Emily did talk to Tarun.
Yeah,
And
I
just
did.
looked at the
Yeah, I
docs. I haven't
did.
seen any doc updates.
Yeah, and then since I received the email from him, and then he did a few PR update, and then I stopped. I haven't heard from him since.
It has been how long since we have seen any updates?
Can't remember. Maybe a couple of months. I don't know.
April?
So emergencies happen. So I think we should contact him privately. Again, emergency happened, but also, and this is something that we cannot get involved, sadly, but we also want to know, did he get paid 50% of his work? Because one of the things about, we do not know how the Eclipse Foundation does accounting, but if I am a consultant and I'm going to be hired to do work, and you are a writer, you get paid half at front and half when the product is done, right? But I'm not sure if the foundation uses this. And if you need to, if someone else is going to pay you to do something now, you will prioritize that, and instead of something that will pay you once it's done. Do you see what I mean? So we need to also ask the Eclipse Foundation on payments. Where was he paid 50%? Because he has about 10,000 is the budget for the tutorial. And we need to be very delicate on this because we don't have access even to see how much we have spent for the quarter or how much we have left. I think it's 5K based on maybe something, right? So we need to wonder what's going on in that relationship, because if it's not an emergency on Tarun's side from family, then is it about how, if he has been paid or not? Do you understand what I mean with this? Right? He is a writer and a consultant. And if we have paid him 0, then you see, he will never get paid. Like, that's complicated. He might have other jobs.
Well, let's just Emily, if you could just reach out to him another time,
Okay, I will
give
email
feedback.
him, and then we can discuss afterwards. I think
Yeah, and if
yeah,
you don't hear from them, then we escalate to Clark and let them figure it out.
yeah. Okay, sounds good.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yep,
great.
that's all I got
Thanks.
today.
Yeah,
All
that's all.
right.
I
Thanks.
updated the minutes. I will make those tickets tomorrow morning and tag the people I should tag. And I have my list.
And
So.
then did you really are going to join the EU calls for the
I
specification?
have to look at the actual
All of
when
them
they
are in Europe.
are. Yeah. Like Open API. What's this guy? It's Live Hangout. I only see one this week. I missed a bunch of them like today.
Or most of them
Um,
are on Monday. But one of them happens only once a month. So
I'll take a peek. I'll keep my eye on the JWT. Okay, yeah. When I see him there, I'll hop on him and just give my 2 seconds in there and be like, please, here's the doc and link. This needs to be filled in if you want to be on the website for it.
yep.
Okay, great. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye
Thanks.
everyone.
All
Good
right.
call.
Bye bye.
Nice evening.